Hi, everyone. I hope you had a good weekend. Things are slowly starting to reopen. We had a beautiful weekend. And I've heard from a number of people that they really can't wait till we return to what the world was like pre COVID 19. And it made me think a little bit about this week's Torah portion because in this week's Torah portion, our ancestors, the Israelites, also have an air of nostalgia. And they too wish that they were still in the flesh pots of Egypt, where they had once been slaves, because there, unlike in the desert where they're wandering now, at least they had food and water and spices. And they basically put forward a fantasy about what life really was like. Because often we remember the good and we forget the bad. The truth is, for the Jewish people, Egypt was not a great place, and the good old days were not that great. They were slaves. It was a dark period for our people. And I think the world of COVID 19 is much the same. I miss the way things used to be, but I don't want to fall prey to the dangers of nostalgia. The world pre COVID 19 was polarized, it was filled with hatred. We had and still have systemic racism through so many of the institutions of this land. So I don't know that what we should be doing now is wistfully longing for some nostalgic past, but embracing the future with all of its ambiguity and uncertainty. Of course, I want to emerge from this sheltering in place period like everybody else, but I would rather try to imagine a world where we are free from some of the terrible things of our past. Maybe a world where we can defeat racism, a world where we'll get beyond the polarization in our politics, and maybe even a world where we won't continue to destroy our planet and lead it to the brink with climate change. So there's a lot of work to do. As I often say, it is not up to us to complete the task, but we are not free to desist from it. So let's move forward together, not with nostalgia, but with a brave embrace of the world as it may be, and let's work hard together to make sure it's free of some of the demons of the past. Ken Yehi Ratzon, may it be God's will.